Men aren't making friends these days, and I think there's a couple of reasons for it. So, first off, is I think when they're talking about this, I think it's largely targeting young men. I think uh, I mean, I think it happens generally throughout. Um, it can probably track through most men in general now, but um, I think it might be ranging from 18 to 24, but it might extend to 30. Um, but I do think when you're specifically talking about the age range of 18 to 24, you guys grew up a little different where you guys had the internet was way more established. Everyone was probably more likely to have a computer. Growing up, I had a family computer and then eventually got mine. I didn't get my first phone until I was 12. I used the house phone. Um, uh, I went and rode my bike and had to knock on the door. I mean, you guys, I don't know, you guys might still do stuff like that, but uh, for the most part, I kind of expect you guys probably just to text each other when you're outside or call each other because you have your own phone. So I do think there's just a lot more reasons for us to just be more social than you guys in general. So when looking at things like that, I think the internet has changed a lot of things. Uh, Also, when you're looking at ages from specifically the last 3 years of people being 18 to 20 or whatever, people who graduated high school and spent the last 2 years of high school online, I think um, it's gonna affect a lot of I think it is affecting them. I think their social anxiety is up. I don't think they know how to communicate as well as previous generations. I think they're going to have issues for a couple years to come, and we'll see what happens. But I think there's going to be a lot of issues from that, and not only uh, and that's something that also affected everybody. The pandemic, uh, just you can't be close to your friends. You had to stay away just to keep your family safe. So I think a lot of people lost friendships over the pandemic. Uh, Men in general are just don't have any close friends, or if they do, it's a low number. It's like three, and that number used to be uh six. Now, uh, the reason I'm kind of want to talk about this is because I um I'm the exception, at least if you're looking at this, because um a lot of men just are reporting not making friends these days, and if they do, then like I said, the number was three. I have a group of friends. Uh, where I want to say there's at least 10 of us. And the one I've known the longest has been 17 years. The one I've known the least has been 9 years, I think. And we're family at this point. And it's, I'm always surprised because I think my way of making friends is I have a very high criteria for what I think a friend is. And the reason I'm saying this is, and how could making your criteria friend or your standard of friend high mean you're going to make more friends? I don't think it means you'll make more friends. I think it means you'll make more long-lasting relationships. I think to me, they're like friends. Like I don't consider people if we work together and I see you every day, and maybe I don't like other people at work, but I'll talk to you. We'll hang out all day. We'll go to lunch together. If we don't hang out outside of work, and going to lunch doesn't count, uh, you're not a friend. We just work together. Same thing. When I used to go to school growing up, now I think kids do this, so I don't know if it's really a big deal. But uh, if I'm hanging out with you at school and we play I don't care if we play at recess. I don't care if uh, what we're doing. If we hang out at lunch, uh, I'm not just because we're doing this and we talk all day. We maybe we hang out for like a couple hours outside after school because parents aren't picking you up for a couple hours or something, so we're just chilling at the closest shopping mall. But to me, that's still an extension of school. Like I don't really consider us friends unless uh, we've planned something and done something on the weekend, gone out together to go do something, uh, without like school being the vehicle to like meet up, or work being the vehicle to meet up. I won't consider that a friend. And I also think there's like if you don't trust someone to a certain point, they're not your friend. If you're not like if you're not going to do for me what I do for you, and then we're not friends. And that's not to say that like if I do this for you, you owe me. Never. That's not something you I'm not ever expecting something. But it's knowing that like 100% like they got you. It's like no questions asked, like because you have that level of trust. Like me and my friends would probably die for each other. And I'm saying probably like we definitely would die for each other. Um, it's just, but it's harder because I grew up with them. So like, again, it's like family. Some of them I did make outside right after I became an adult. Uh, but like we're family. I just think pretty much if you're not family is something that's very important to me, and I consider people in my close friend group, my close circle, family. And if I'm not treating you like family, then we're probably not friends. Now I understand that criteria being a little high. But everybody's like either basically a best friend. I don't have friends. Maybe that's where I'm getting it mixed up. I have best friends. I don't have friends. There's no like a friends are friend to me. It's like if you're calling out a friend, like oh, just to go do stuff with you when my best friend's not around. Like I and maybe people are like, well, it can't be your best. They can't all be your best friends. Like if I'm saying they're like family, and that's what I think best friends should be like. Uh, bro, like you don't say that about like your brother and sister. You don't have a best brother. You don't have a best sibling. I mean, you can have a best sibling, but I don't think a lot. I think a lot of people love their siblings pretty evenly. Maybe I'm wrong on that too. I love my siblings evenly, and I don't give a shit. You fuck with one of them, I don't care. One of them hit me over across the head, and we just fought last week. I'm fucking you up if you fuck with my little girl and my little sis. But I guess you'd be like, well, you have a favorite one, you're gonna fight, but like that doesn't. I don't. It's weird. What they did could never affect my affection for them. And that's how I feel about my friends. Uh, it could be disappointed, but we're never not going to be friends. Uh, oh, yeah. I think you guys need to up your standards. I think that's one way. I think you guys need to not be as hesitant. I think you guys need to walk up more, and not be afraid to be blunt, and encourage, hey, let's go do something. Let's go do this. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. That's fine. The person's not it. Uh, but I think you got to be fine with that. Like, I keep thinking I'm this very shy person, and I am. I'm a pretty antisocial person, but uh, things bother me too much for me to be like if I'm worrying about it, I'd rather stop worrying about it. So I'm just like, okay, let's go. Like, we cool or what? Type stuff. Um, and most of the time it ends up working out. You're not going to get a negative reaction 9 times out of 10. Uh, that's my take. Uh, I'm gonna do another video eventually talking about the standard of friends I'm talking about. I want to go more into detail on that and what I consider friends and the things that I think a friend should be doing for you and what you should be doing for your friend, what to expect and what not to expect. I really want to go into detail on that because I think that's a good framework to see and not get yourself used or hurt or have fake friends because I think fake friends is an issue right now, a big issue. part of the reason people probably feel lonely, or some of the people, some of us. If you've gotten this far, I appreciate you for watching. If you want to see more content, and you liked what you saw, we have a part-time kids channel. I'll put the description below. We also have our podcast, which is the videos are on this channel, but if you want audio only, you can go to Spotify and just search um, part-time rambles, or that will also be in the description below. We also stream. You can go to my stream down there, um, twitch.tv/stuffums. Um, Other than that, that's all I have to say. If you have if you disagreed with anything I said today in this video, please go ahead and leave some comments down below. I would like to see how far off my perspective is compared to yours, or if I'm right there with you. Also, I'm going to start putting songs of the day below, um, just songs that I like that make me feel better, and I think it'd be cool to share that with you guys. All right, bye.